Guys, why does wealth go crazy after $500,000? $500,000. In this video, I want to talk to you about why having that much money invested changes everything about your financial world. Now, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why on this video, but I'm also going to give you 3 extra bonuses that you need to know when you have that amount of money. Now, let's be real, right? $500,000 is a substantial amount of capital for anybody to have, and it can create new opportunities in a lot of areas for you. So let me explain how this wealth thing goes crazy after $500,000. So the first reason that wealth goes crazy after $500,000 is you just have a sense of financial security, right? You got this emergency buffer, a safety net that's going to provide you the flexibility to handle any emergency that comes along. Look, most of us have lived 40, 50 years and we ain't never had a $500,000 emergency. So it means that you're going to be able to cover anything that happens. And look, emergencies do happen, right? 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. You got it. You're covered. You got $500,000. You ain't tripping, right? That gives you a peace of mind when you got this level of capital at your disposal in case something goes wrong. That means you're not going to be worried about these short-term money issues, these short-term money problems, right? If you lose your job, you're good. You should have an emergency fund to cover this as well, but you also got this buffer of money called $500,000 just in case. So that leaves you with a level of financial security that may be unmatched. Now, the second reason wealth goes crazy after the first $500,000 is simply the power of compounding. With $500,000 invested in stocks, bonds, index funds, ETFs, even real estate, you benefit from the compounding effect and the growth that happens because of it, right? For instance, if you just apply the rule of 72, which says that if you divide 72 by whatever average annual interest rate that you think you're going to get or you want to get, it'll give you the number of years that it takes to double your investment. So in other words, with $500,000, if we take 72 and we divide it by an 8% annual average rate of return, it will take only 9 years to see that $500,000 double and turn into $1 million. So you got this incredible power of compounding that's going to make $500,000 grow exponentially in a shorter amount of time. That's the power of compounding. So guys, the first bonus is taxes. When you get $500,000 or more invested in some investment vehicle, that's all the more reason that you have to focus real heavily on taxes. Now, you're going to be focusing on taxes when you have $75,000 and $100,000. But when you get to $500,000, it's really, really important that you focus on being efficient with your taxes, whether that's through making sure you have tax-advantaged accounts like your IRAs and your 401ks, and you're understanding the tax implications of all those, or whether you're talking about your strategic charitable giving and how you're helping out organizations and how you're accounting for that in terms of your taxes. But here's the bottom line with taxes. Get a good, solid CPA. When you got $500,000 or more and you have a number of different schedules and write-offs, you don't want to be just taking and having anybody do your taxes or trying to do them yourself and missing some things. Get professional help with your taxes. Interview several good, solid CPAs in your state, and then hire that good, solid CPA to help you tax plan and manage your taxes. That's really important when you start dealing with more and more money. Now, the third reason that wealth goes crazy after the first $500,000 is now you have a level of financial independence and a level of financial flexibility that you probably have never had. It means that you can rely a little less on the active income you have, the job that you have, because your money is growing somewhere else. And this financial independence can allow for some lifestyle flexibility. Maybe you want to go work part-time instead of full-time. Now, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'm telling you it may give you an opportunity to do that, or pursue some type of passion project or some hobby that you've always wanted to do because you're relying less on the money that you make on a day-to-day basis at your regular job. And you may be asking, hey, look, is $500,000 enough to retire on? In my opinion, absolutely, if you understand how to do it and you do it strategically. It all depends on your lifestyle and what type of lifestyle you want to live. Me and you probably know people who have managed to live well with way less than $500,000 in retirement. So it's very possible to retire and live well with just $500,000. But hey, $500,000, that's going to form a real solid financial foundation and core part of your retirement plan. If you decide to keep going and working, or if you decide to wrap it up right then when you get to $500,000. But most of all, it gives you choices and some freedom. And at the end of the day, guys, what do we all want? We all want to have a choice on whether or not we continue to work. We all want to have a decision to make as opposed to being forced to have to keep working when we don't want to keep working, right? Choices is freedom. Freedom to travel, freedom to start a business, freedom to pursue a hobby, freedom to help more people and volunteer more of your time. It's freedom. It's all about freedom. I'm not saying rest when you get to 500,000. I'm just saying understand that you're in better shape than most, and now you got some other opportunities. Guys, if you're getting anything out of this video, do me a favor and smash that like button below. Also, please share this video with your friends, your family, and your network of people. And if you're not a subscriber to this channel, please consider subscribing to my channel. Now, let's get back to the video. Hey, let me drop this second bonus right here. Be sure to do this when you have $100,000 or if you have $500,000 or more. And that is estate planning. Look, as your wealth grows and grows and grows, estate planning becomes more and more important. And what is estate planning? It's just the process of making arrangements for the management and the distribution of your assets in case and when something goes wrong or something happens to you and you're no longer here. It means making a plan that ensures that your assets are going to go to the people and the beneficiaries that you want them to go to, while at the same time minimizing the tax implications and you being in control of what happens to your possessions and belongings when you're not here or you're incapacitated, as opposed to the state handling where all your stuff will go. It just gives you control over what happens to your stuff, right? So when you get $100,000 or more, especially when you get $500,000 or more, please make sure you do a good solid estate plan that includes a will, your powers of attorney, your healthcare directives, all those things. Pay the money because it's money well spent to make sure that estate plan is done and done right. Now, let's go to number 4. The fourth reason wealth goes crazy after your first 500,000 is you got some improved investment opportunities when you have over $500,000. You have access to better investment products that are out there and available to you now that you have more money, right? With higher levels of investable assets, you're going to qualify for more exclusive investment opportunities, right? Such as private equity, hedge funds. Not that you'd want to get into hedge funds, but now you have a chance. You've got some capital, or even venture capitalism. You've got capital that you can do things with that you couldn't do when you had $30,000. And not to mention, having a larger portfolio can possibly improve your credit worthiness, right? Maybe you want to go out and buy an asset that's going up in value, and now you want to use your higher capital to secure better financing terms. Now, on this channel, I don't talk about getting into debt on things going down in value, but I don't mind you taking on some debt on anything going up in value. And when you have more capital, like $500,000, guess what? Now you can go out and invest in some businesses, invest in some real estate, things that have the potential to appreciate because you got more capital for collateral, you got more capital for greater credit worthiness, you got more opportunities. Now, I told you I had 3 bonuses. The third bonus that you need to consider when you have $500,000 or more is diversification. Please, whatever you do, do not have all of your $500,000 or more invested in one stock or 2 stocks. So how do you protect yourself against inflation or against downturns in the stock market? You protect yourself by diversifying. A well-diversified portfolio is going to hedge against inflation. It's going to hedge against downturns in the market. And it's going to preserve that money, whether it's real estate, equities and securities like stocks, bonds, ETFs, index funds, land, commodities, whatever it is. Having a combination of a number of things is going to protect you. Why do we want to protect $500,000? So it continues to grow, so it continues to compound. Diversification is not just a slogan that some people just talk about. It's real, and it's important to help you mitigate against risk with this money. Now, the fifth and final reason why wealth goes crazy after $500,000 is because now you have more opportunities to give. You have more opportunities to help other people. Look, this whole building wealth thing is not about just building wealth for you. It's about building wealth because you want to give more back, at least for me, right? So when you got $500,000 and you've been exercising the principle of giving, even when you had nothing or even when you had very little, when you got $30,000, you should be giving and helping other people. When you got $100,000, but when you get $500,000, guys, you have an opportunity to help more and more people in a bigger and greater way. And that's what it's all about. And then when you start exercising the principle of giving, you get back. See, when you pour into other people's cup and make it run over, your cup is sitting right next to it and your cup begins to run over too. So the more you give, the more you receive. And the receiving may not be when you want to receive it, how you want to receive it, or it may not even be money that you get back. But you're going to get back something and receive something the more you give. So when you got $500,000 and you've been activating the principle of giving, and now you give more and more, you get an opportunity to bless more people. You get an opportunity to help more individuals, more causes, more things that you believe in and is a part of your core values. This is the whole purpose of building wealth. Again, not just for you, but because the more you have, the more you can give and help other people out. This social responsibility is very important. So there you have it, guys. That's the 500K rule. Why wealth goes crazy after your first $500,000. And 3 bonuses that you need to be up on when you start dealing with this amount of money at some point. Bottom line is this, man. When you have $500,000 invested, you gain a new level of financial security, a new level of financial independence, and you got flexibility. You got choices and decisions that you got to make. It changes how you approach life, how you approach spending, how you approach saving, how you approach investing, and even how you approach your current work or your job. But it gives you the freedom at that point to start shaping your destiny with intention. If you got value from this video, do me a favor, smash that like button below and share the link to this video with someone who you know. Hey, listen, the best person who's going to take care of that old you is the young you. Guys, take good care of yourself and take care of other people. Until the next video, peace.